He's JaqJaq.
And he's a guy we found off the street.
And now I'm going to be a YouTube star. The glamour. The glitz.
It's so funny because now that I'm actually thinking about this is like the 4th time we've done an intro for this bit.
Yeah, we probably should have done an intro for each review.
Yeah.
But we did.
Hey, guess what? Now we can make them separate parts as well.
That's right.
As well as just make a part that you're watching.
We can break them. We can cut them. We can make them huge. Tiny. Whatever we want. But we're here to do what?
I don't remember. It's been a week since we did the first part.
We're here to talk. Because we're good at that. No, we're here to review M. Night Shyamalan's trilogy of movies. I don't really know if he has a name for the trilogy.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he has a name for the trilogy. But it's Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
It's funny how the glass is apparently so unbreakable, but it can still be split.
Yes. So it's like tempered glass that they put in cars that fracture and do the web stuff instead of actually crack through a lot of times. Sometimes you can see them in movies. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. If you want, I should theoretically have links here for each of these 3 things. That if you want to just jump to one of the reviews.
If not, it'll be in the description.
If not, it'll be in the description, yeah.
If we can't get it on the actual video.
But we must warn you of one very important thing.
Maybe up there, if we can figure that out. I don't know.
There'll be one right here. Right here.
And one right here.
That's right. He'll be doing Mike Wazowski.
I'm on TV.
That's right. I'm on the cover of a magazine.
That was great.
So we do have to warn them of one very important thing.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
For all 3 parts.
He couldn't keep his mouth quiet.
You couldn't either. You've talked the majority of the time.
I never said I couldn't. I was merely pointing out you couldn't.
You couldn't either.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we couldn't keep our mouths shut. We just spoiled. So spoiler. In fact, we probably have the links here.
There, and there.
We probably have the links here, and we're going to put spoiler on it. Anyway, we will spoil the film. All 3. In fact, we'll be spoiling as we... No, we can't. No. But if you go to Glass, we'll have spoiled Unbreakable in it as well.
Yeah.
However, with Unbreakable, we didn't spoil anything except Unbreakable. We couldn't,
because
we didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Right. When we did Split, though, we might have unspoiled Unbreakable. And then when we did Glass, we definitely spoiled
everything.
We were spoiling everything all over the place.
It was like we stabbed someone and their guts was just spilling out.
No, it was more like we shot them when they had finally come back to the light. And their blood was going everywhere.
And great.
We already said spoilers.
Okay.
Anyway, so we'll be back at the end to wrap this up.
Which will be like seconds for us, probably about like 20 minutes for you guys.
Yeah, no, I think it's like 30, 40. I think this is huge. This is huge!
Okay, this might be a multi-part video.
No, we'll have one video, but we might decide to go ahead and put them up as the separate pieces as well.
So this is the video that gets into the other videos.
This is the one that rules them all. The one video to rule them all. Which is good, because we have a bazillion videos out there.
What?
We have a bazillion. You know, with the Lord of the Rings, there's tons of rings out there, but there's only one to rule them all.
That means we have to make a mega video that brings you to every other video.
Yeah, it just has links.
That's going to be too much work.
It would be too much work. We're not going to do that. No. But we are going to spoil the film coming up, and we're going to do it right now. So, he's JaqJaq.
And who are you again?
Some old dude.
No, he's PaqPaq.
I'm Bruce Willis. I'm bald.
No, you're not. There's hair.
I'm handsome.
Hair. There's hair up here.
I'm bald and I'm handsome.
There's hair up here.
I gotta be Bruce Willis.
There's hair up there.
So anyway, he is the JaqJaq.
And he's PaqPaq.
And so we have now watched the first movie, Unbreakable. And this is James's first M. Night Shyamalan movie. We will, of course, break him into the rest of them later, get him through Sixth Sense and The Village and Signs and The Happening, and there's another one, Lady in the Water. So all later. And we're going to do Split later too. And then we're going to go watch Glass and do a review there. But seeing this is James's first time, JaqJaq's first time, what'd you think?
Pretty good movie. Was not expecting the ending.
Not expecting the ending, huh?
Not expecting the ending.
Interestingly, now it's interesting that you weren't expecting the ending, given that you've seen the first season of The Flash with Harrison Wells / Eobard Thawne. Kind of the same thing. He helped to create the Flash, befriended the Flash, and then was his arch enemy. This movie came out way before that, but I kind of thought that with having watched that, you might have started having an idea.
I think in The Flash, they led to it way more than they did in the movie. In the movie, they're really trying to play the friend card in this movie, not like he had a secret objective.
Yeah, that's
now,
true.
there was some scenes right now I'm thinking about it, you could have probably predicted he wasn't all that he seemed. But I do see The Flash, they spent several episodes. You see Harry, whichever HR that one was. No, that's
that was
whichever one he is.
That was HR or Harrison Wells from Earth Prime or Earth 1 that got killed and Eobard taken over.
Okay. Eobard.
Weird name.
Even though they didn't start discovering it later, there were a lot more hints I felt like in the show once you realized than there were hints in this movie that he was the actual villain.
I agree. M. Night Shyamalan has really become like a master of the twists and layering and layering and layering. Like if you go back and you watch one of the things you didn't pick up on, but I did when he was on the voice machine, when he said, hey, I found out your weakness, it's water, this, that, and the other thing. And then he said, we're alike because both of us have a weakness to water. And then he says, because we're both on different ends or both on different sides of the spectrum, something like that, which immediately, if he's the hero, if Bruce Willis's character is the hero, that would mean he'd have to be the villain.
That shows you never said a spoiler warning.
No, we'll put that in the intro.
Okay.
Yeah. To all three of the reviews that we'll chain together and make just one video.
Okay.
But yeah. So so there was a lot of clues that you start seeing through there, but very...
You'd have to know the twist ahead of time to pick up on them.
Right. And then with M. Night Shyamalan, starting with The Sixth Sense and going through some of his other ones, there's been a lot of ones where he's had twists in them. So he knows how to kind of layer in those clues that you don't realize are there until the end. And then even then you don't realize it until you go back and watch it again and again and again.
If you can't tell, he likes these movies.
I do like these movies. They're a lot of fun. So what was so tell me some of the highlights for you. What would be a highlight of this movie?
When he took out the one guy in the orange suit, I don't think we ever got his name.
The maintenance guy that had broken into the house.
And
Killed the dad.
No, killed both parents.
Well, he wound up killing both parents, but he saw the vision of him killing the dad.
Yeah. Then he set the kids free.
Set the kids free. And then the kids got to save him from the pool. James Newton Howard did the musical score for this, which, there's a lot of points when it's actually silent to kind of build some interesting momentum in the movie with the silence on how bleak things are until it starts picking up with his hero stuff. And then he had some, like the part where he's being pulled out of the water by the kids, the music there is just, you're ready for Superman to show up kind of thing. It's just
dun, 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 dun.
Almost.
And now we're going to get copyrighted.
Almost.
And now we're going to get copyrighted because they did that.
You only hummed a couple of bars. I think you need like 30 seconds. Don't do 30 seconds.
YouTube's copyright stuff is crazy.
Well, I understand why they have to do it. I mean, they're technically a business and they can get sued and get all kinds of trouble and stuff like that, but it is kind of sad. But you can use Soundstripe. Soundstripe should pay me. You can use Soundstripe, and for like $10 a month or $15 a month, you can use all their music on all your stuff for free. Well, it's not really for free, but you're basically paying for the license. But anyway, how did we get on that subject?
Because I did the Superman theme.
Ah, right. Oh, the thing about him coming out of the water with James Newton Howard doing the music. My favorite scene in the movie, I'd have to say, there's a lot of fun in this movie as far as enjoying superheroes and the way it plays on the superheroes and
the scene at the end is one of the best ones with Samuel Jackson yelling at him as he's walking away, as he realizes Samuel Jackson's character, Elijah, is the villain. But I'd have to say,
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, Mr. Glass. I'd have to say probably my favorite scene is when he's doing the weights, and the kid keeps putting more weights on and getting farther and farther away, and he's just shocked that he is just lifting all of this weight. And he's seeing that he was an athlete, you would know. 350 pounds. I think at my tops.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you were a football player.
Yeah, I was. And I think at my tops I was bench pressing 225, I think is what it was. Somewhere around there. That was a long time ago. Now I got flab.
I'm like, you probably can't lift that much net right now without training.
I'm not even sure I could lift the bar right now, which is
10 pounds, I've heard?
No. The bar for the bench press, I think it was, I want to say it was 45. Might have been 35. I don't remember. In either case, that scene was pretty cool where they kept putting more and more weights on it, and he just kept.
I was like, the first time, I was like, how much you take off? I lied to you. You added?
Yeah, and he looks over and he's like. Oh, another one of my favorite scenes is a little scene. It's when after he rescues the girls, the two daughters, and we find out about the parents that were murdered. And the next morning he slides the newspaper over to his son. That was just great.
You're right.
Yeah.
And he's like,
tell your sister you were right about me. Got to put in a Star Wars line. And if you didn't know that was from Star Wars, go back and watch all those movies right now. We'll wait.
I'm trying to think, which one was that one?
Tell your sister you were right about me. It's one of the last lines Vader says in Return of the Jedi.
Is it really?
Yeah, when he's on the shuttle plank thing, the shuttle door ramp, the shuttle ramp that comes down, and he had dragged him out to there, and he takes off his mask and all the rest of that, and that's when he says that you have saved, you already have. I've got to save you. You already have. And then in that point there, he says, tell your sister you were right about me. That kind of thing.
Apparently I need to rewatch Star Wars movies.
Huh?
So apparently I need to rewatch Star Wars movies because I did not remember that.
We're going to have another marathon. But right now, you can hear our dog snoring. Right now, though, we got next up is Split.
Which is going to be like a couple of seconds for you guys.
And like 2 days for us. And then we'll be watching Glass, which will be another couple of seconds for you guys, but we're like about a week away.
Well, no, right now might be a couple minutes.
Yeah. From here or now.
When will now be now?
Just then.
When?
Just then. You missed it.
that movie, a lot of language, right? A lot of good quotes in that movie.
Yeah, there is. Only one man would dare give me the raspberry.
Lone Star.
One of my favorite things in that one is when he comes up and Dark Helmet comes up and he's, how does anybody breathe in this thing?
If I walk, the movie will be over.
Yeah, that too.
There are the thing down. I have no idea if you're making faces underneath that thing.
Wow, that's the combination of my luggage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like a combination anyone would have on their luggage.
That's so stupid. What kind of idiot does that? Yeah. Well, it's the kind of combination only an idiot would have in his luggage. And then President Scroob,
I don't remember his name.
whatever his name was, comes in and finds out the code, and it's like, yeah, that's the combination of my luggage.
And they're like,
Yeah, that's right. They kind of look. That was Rick Moranis. He was a classic actor.
hopefully we all see them again in Spaceballs 2.
The Search for More Money. Which, by the way, I heard that Spaceballs 2 is coming. If it's not called The Search for More Money, then they did something wrong. I mean, it's got to be now. They've already established it.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
Anyway,
the kids love it.
We
should just make a whole other video for that.
Yeah, we will. Anyway, so that is Unbreakable. Good movie. Loved it. Enjoyed it. Loved the twist, right? You didn't see it. Was great to see James's face on the thing. Wait a minute. He's the bad guy. The bad guy.
but not the bad guy that's good guy.
Yeah, he's not the bad guy that's not a bad guy.
Yeah,
he's the bad guy that's a bad guy.
He's not Ralph.
Yeah, he's not Ralph. Yeah, or one of those other characters. Weren't there several characters in there that were, we are bad, and that's good.
He had Bowser the Ghost.
Yeah, but the way they said it, we are bad, and that's good. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and cut here. We'll put up a placard that says split. And then you'll have a couple seconds if you want to wait to go watch the movie and come back and see our awesome review. But
we'll be here.
We will.
Even
Well,
if it takes years.
not right here.
Well,
We may be over there.
but for you guys, the studio will still be here. Even though, we might be like, super old.
Yeah, we
when
might
you-
have fired our cameraman by then and got a new director. You know how studios go.
I was just about to say, well, Dad, because you're right now the cameraman.
That's right. I'm holding you can't see it. I'm holding a selfie stick out.
I'm like, wow, Dad.
I gotta remember.
You're also the director, so we're really double fired.
And the last one that we did where I was at the movie theater for Spideyverse,
he was holding the phone out.
I was holding it out and it
awkwardly.
started hurting my arm. I got to remember to bring my selfie stick. I don't need to bring it in the theater. We can do the reviews in the parking lot, but
We sat on the hood of the car for that one.
we did. Yeah. Yeah. My weight's good thing it didn't pop the tires.
I'm pretty sure my weight alone would have popped a tire.
Now remember, bald and handsome. I'm just like
You
Bruce
have
Willis.
hair up here.
Stop that. I'm just like
You
Bruce
have
Willis.
hair.
Just like Bruce Willis.
This is the real reason because his hair short.
Actually, I'm a little better looking, but I don't want Bruce to get upset. I've seen his movies. It might be bad for me. Red.
I don't know any other movies I can.
Die Hard.
I've never seen that movie.
Die Hard 2.
I haven't seen that one.
What was the third one? Was what? Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's a Good Day to Die Hard.
Are you just making these up as you go?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's a really interesting.
Oh, my phone's up here. I can't look. I know Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Here's my phone.
There's 5. Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
You want me to look this up for you?
It's a Good Day to Die Hard. I know I'm missing one. I can't think of it. Or did I just say? Look up Die Hard movies. There's 6. Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a
Live Free
Vengeance,
or Die
Live Free or
Hard.
Die Hard,
And then
Good Day to Die Hard, and what's the last one?
I don't think that's actually.
Oh, that's McLean. Oh, are they making a new movie called McLean? Okay, so there's 5. There's Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard, and then It's a Good Day to Die Hard.
I just like how we started with Unbreakable.
You know what's interesting
and
about
now we're on like a full rant about Die Hard now.
But if we're talking the 6 degrees, the Kevin Bacon, we were still connecting because we're doing Bruce Willis.
Now I'm lost.
There's a thing about 6 degrees. Anybody on the planet's only 6 degrees or 6 hops away from Kevin Bacon
Yeah, I know that one, but
because he's been in so many movies. So anyway, so we said we were going to cut this 87 minutes ago, and we're still going. So we will cut this now.
But you guys love how we do this.
Yes, and they love you. You get all the fan mail. So
Wait, we get mail.
yeah, we do.
I barely check my normal mail.
You got to respond to the fans.
It's kind of hard when Facebook's too busy emailing you.
Yeah, Facebook,
And YouTube.
YouTube. We love you.
We love YouTube.
Speaking of that, I know this will be in the middle, but make sure you hit the subscribe button on the light.
Make calls.
You can go to Twitter and to Facebook. All of those / JaqJaq and PaqPaq, JaqJaq, and you can like us, follow us, and all the rest.
You know what? You should subscribe right now. A little bell will appear. If you click it, you'll get notifications, and that will be your prize.
Ooh, a prize.
Yes, that would be you would be able to help our channel grow by subscribing and getting notifications by hitting that bell icon.
That's right. And everybody loves hitting the bell.
Yep.
I need more cowbell.
We need a bell.
I need more cowbell.
Okay, I should know that one too.
That's a Saturday Night Live thing with Christopher Walken, and it's funny. They have a musical thing, and they got drums and everything, and there's this one guy hitting the cowbell, and it's so out of place. But then the guy comes and goes, "We need more cowbell." It's just hilarious. It's a funny skit.
So something my band director's probably told me.
Probably.
Again, we just said like 2 minutes ago we're going to cut this, and here we still go.
All right, so we're going to cut James out.
There.
Oh, there. See, now, like I said, bald.
No, you're
beautiful.
not.
Bald and beautiful.
Well,
Bald
you
and
might
beautiful.
be beautiful, but you're not bald.
Bald. Stop it. That hurt my head. He's hurting my head.
I was trying to cut me out of the frame.
Fine. You cut me out of episode 2 entirely.
We're not even doing episode 2 right now.
No, get it?
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest for those of you who didn't catch on there.
That's also a good story. We should just have an episode where you like talk about
Different
go
movie
over
quotes.
Yeah.
How many different movie quotes can we throw out there and not tell you where it's from? And then, like, in the comments, you guys got to figure out where all they are from.
Hey, remember, if you hit that subscribe button and bell that notification, you'll be notified when we make that video.
In fact, if you tell us in the comments that you want us to make that video, we'll do it just for you.
Even if it's that one person named Tom. We'll do it for that one person named Tom.
That one guy. All right. We will catch you in the next review, right?
Yep. See
All right.
you then.
See you in about 25 seconds. He's the JaqJaq.
And he's some guy I found on the street.
Yes.
Now I'm joking.
Today I'm Barry. I'm the one that's got the light. I control who gets the light. Watch. Just I have the light now. Okay, so we just went over.
If that wasn't a clue what we just watched.
Yeah, really. If you don't catch that reference, then you don't know what we're
Kevin.
reviewing. Yeah, Kevin Wendell Crumb. So we just watched Split. Obviously, this is in the middle of our trifecto review where we watched Unbreakable like 2 days ago.
No, a couple seconds ago.
I know, as far as you're concerned, we just watched Split, and when we come back later, we'll have gone like 6 days ahead.
In actually the theater.
We'll probably be outside the theater.
Not
we'll be like
in
6 days ahead.
My room where you can see my puzzle and my whale project. In the
Yeah,
background.
see? And we'll have watched Glass and give you the final review, not only of Glass, but then our overall
It'll be
review.
funny after we make the video, we find out they're gonna make a 4th movie.
That's possible. But to stick on Split, boy, that was really going to be a tongue twister. To split on Stick, we're going to talk about
Stick.
Yeah, and we've already warned everybody that there will be spoilers, but just in case, there will be spoilers. So, to start off, wow, did you like the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, thumbs up from me. Thumbs up from JaqJaq here. James McAvoy, who played Kevin / Barry / Dennis / Hedwig / Patricia / the Bees / yeah, well, fantastic.
All 24 if we missed them.
Right, I mean, just
if you're watching, Kevin, if we missed one, we're sorry.
But absolutely fantastic. I mean, especially when they had the one camera shot and he'd be talking like this, and then he'd switch over and be talking like this, like Barry, who's the fan of these, and then he'd get all
Barry was trapped. It was
Barry. I know, but Barry was the one that was very into fashion. Yeah, and talking like this, and then he'd get to be like a little kid, and then he'd switch to the very prim and proper lady Patricia. And then he'd even get somber and be Dennis. I mean, it was fantastic how he could switch and keep those characters aligned. We had no problems watching and realizing who was who because he did such a fantastic job as an actor. Fantastic job as an actor. So let's start off with the premise. Premise is
He kidnaps 3 girls to eat them. That's pretty much straight cut, dry and simple.
right, but true. That's that's the story. But what's deeper? The deeper part is that humans are evolving. That's where we start with Unbreakable with Mr. Glass and David Dunn, which I don't know. He's the Unbreakable character. But
They never gave him a name.
I don't think they gave him another name. And now
Kevin at the end with him was great.
Yes,
But
Kevin.
They put that one guy out,
Mr. Glass.
That like 5 years ago.
15.
What was his name?
15 years ago.
What was his name? Mr. Glass.
And what was really cool about that being 15 years ago, it really was 15 from 2000 to 2015 from filming wise. Pretty cool.
It was really out in 2015.
Well, it said 2016 release date, but it was filmed in 2015, so it was filmed roughly 15 years apart. So anyway, but the underlining thing is that humans are evolving into another type of superhuman type character.
And they felt that those who were broken were right to actually.
Well, in this case, they were talking about broken people make the best. And
that's how the survivor survived.
What was kind of cool is this, of course, unfortunately, I think the Beast is going to be a bad guy. But it's like an origin story. We see the Beast, and they talk about this, emerging as the 24th character. And he's coming.
Only 23.
And he's coming until finally he shows up. And then I got to tell you, the payoff was worth it. I mean, him actually showing up, there was a Beast. He was stronger, and all the rest of that was fantastic. And again, different characters from James McAvoy. Awesome. I tell you though, if I was that one girl, when at one point, I think it's Patricia says that we've been following the two of you. I would have said, if I was that other girl, Casey, I would have said, well, if you want them, you don't need me. You can let me go.
Why? Remember, he only snapped her out when she tried to escape. So he was really only after the other two.
He was after the other two. That one was like a bonus, but I'm not entirely sure that he intended to kill that and eat that one as well. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, the Beast was going to until he realized she's been broken.
Right, and we got this. That was pretty cool how they worked in the flashbacks with the dad and the hunting and finding out that the uncle was abusing her, molesting her, kind of thing. Obviously creepy, but well done, well put together. Obviously established her character as a broken/pure. That's what they broken people were more pure. Pretty cool, pretty darn cool. The actress was phenomenal.
She's the one that survives at the end of this.
Yeah, she survives, but we also know that she's in the cast list for Glass, so it might be interesting to see how she works into Glass.
Both of the main characters are in the cast list for Glass.
Yeah, we've got in Glass, we've got Samuel Jackson coming back as Mr. Glass. We've got Bruce Willis coming back as David Dunn. We've got James McAvoy coming back as the
guy.
Beast.
The guy.
Legion.
The Horde.
And then we have
Horde. They called him the Horde.
Right, it's Anaya Taylor-Joy, I think is what her name was, coming back as Casey. It'd be really interesting if they tie in something because Casey's broken, also that she has a superpower that kind of emerges and is part of the Glass story in there. Especially seeing right now, I'm assuming the Beast is a villain. The villains outnumber the heroes. It'd be cool if Casey has some sort of power and works in as another superhero to help defeat the villains.
Well, I don't think killing people and eating them counts as a hero.
Not typically. But we did learn from the movie True Lies that as long as you're killing people that were all bad, it's okay.
Why were these ones bad?
They weren't. That's just it. The girls weren't bad. Well,
they did mention the one thing.
The girls were kind of superficial, kind of, high schoolers that were stuck on themselves kind of thing, as opposed to others.
Well, they also mentioned the one thing, too, when Devin first revealed that he was in control. Or Dylan, whatever his name is, David.
Dennis.
When he was at, she mentioned an incident with 2 girls.
Right. The field trip or whatever that had come out, and and again, that from the sound point was the catalyst. It was neat how they layered in the psychiatrist. That was the catalyst that kind of let Dennis, with Hedwig's help, come and take control of the light. Really kind of interesting how they let that up. We're all in a room with chairs and only one person gets the light. Barry used to be in control, but now thanks to Hedwig being tricked by Dennis and Patricia.
When they were doing
became
the
in control.
video audio, you could see that Barry was starting to notice that he's not fully in control anymore.
Oh yeah, it was well done. Well done. And the good thing about that is because M. Night Shyamalan has done some pretty cool movies. Sixth Sense, Unbreakable.
I haven't seen that one.
Signs was
haven't seen that
decent.
one.
Village was
I haven't
decent.
seen that one.
But then I've heard there's been a couple of bombs in there. The Happening, I understand. I actually haven't seen it. It was kind of, so it's kind of neat to see Split being a cool top one where he's kind of back. That's why it makes Glass looking like a pretty cool movie. So, all right.
So is the next movie going to be called Horde? Because that's what the guys.
Well, now that's right. They gave the guy the name The Horde.
Yeah. So is the next movie going to be The Horde?
No, we got Glass. Well,
We have
theoretically.
Unbreakable, Split, Glass, then The Horde.
But you got to understand, Unbreakable was David Dunn's origin story. Split is the Horde / Kevin Crumb's origin story. You could sort of say Unbreakable was Glass's origin story, but I have a feeling we're going to learn a little bit more about him in the movie Glass.
Because I just
So, we have a knock at the door while we're in the middle of videoing. Who is it? So, Mom's interrupting the video. Anyway, why don't I give our final thoughts and then we'll cut.
Yeah,
and for them, it'll be a couple of seconds. We'll move on to Glass.
For me, it's going to be a week at school.
Me, it's going to be a week of work.
I think mine's worse.
Anyway, final thoughts. Absolutely fantastic movie. Great suspense and tense. I wouldn't call it a horror, but lots of thrilling type moments. And you definitely felt the build up, trying to find out who is this beast? Is he real?
Well, first it was like, who was this guy?
Yeah,
then
first
when
it
they
was
started
the guy.
mentioning the beast, it was like, okay, what's the beast? And then when the final reveal, like you said, of the beast was really worth what they were trying to
Right, it was a
there.
great payoff. It would have sucked if the beast was imaginary. The fact that he was real was a great payoff.
Mm-hmm. And he was actually what they said. He emerged from the train tracks. He had the skin of a rhinoceros, and he was super strong. He was
three times
taller.
as strong as anybody else.
Yeah,
or
he was
something?
tall. He was the
Taller.
tallest one. Well, which even portrayed his fingers were twice as long. Like
Lots of
they
different.
really,
He could crawl across walls.
Yeah, they're like everything they mentioned about him that made him sound imaginable actually became real when he actually emerged.
So that was really, really cool. Great movie, great payoff. It was really even neat to see the little scene at the end right after where they say the word split, where, again, as you mentioned, David Dunn, Bruce Willis's character shows up to they tie in back to Unbreakable, which, of course, is going to lead us right into the movie Glass. So we'll be back soon. In the meantime, you can always subscribe and like
Hit
and all the
that
rest of
bell
that.
icon to get notified when we make our next video.
That's right, because you're not going to want to miss it when we talk about Glass. Of course, you're going to be watching it on this video, but still. Otherwise, catch you
You
in a
don't
few.
know. We might make these into 3 videos.
We'll probably make one super video. Maybe we'll make 4 videos, one super video, and then one of each of the individuals.
Probably.
Maybe. Well, we'll see. Anyway, we'll catch you in, probably for you, a few seconds. Catch you later. So we're here at the theater, waiting on Glass. Glass, we've even got...
I catch it funny how the last 2 parts we said our intro, now this one we're not.
There.
Broke the trend, Dad.
We even got the Glass collector cup.
We broke the trend.
The plastic glass collector cup. That's not an oxymoron. Oh, wait. He's JaqJaq.
He's PaqPaq. See?
And we're here.
Now just edit
We're
this
here.
before everything. Oh, hello.
Hey. Yeah, and we got
We're
Jimmy's
here,
here
too.
with us too. That's right. We're here, ready to watch Glass. They can start the movie now that we're here. So we'll come back and tell you what we think.
See ya.
Catch you in the flip side. He's JaqJaq.
And he's United States Superman.
Superman.
Because at this point we've done this for each part of this video.
And you saw this little clip of us at the theater. We are back from the theater. We actually went to the theater a couple of days ago.
Hence why we changed clothes.
Yeah, either that or we're quick change artists.
Like the one guy.
Like the one guy, right. Maybe I'm different. Maybe this is my dentist persona.
No, I lived with you long enough.
I noticed there's a speck of dust on your shirt.
Where?
Right there.
That's my arm.
Then again, I could be Patricia.
No, you're not wearing anything girly.
All right. Oh, well, let's go play. Let's go play. Let's go do hide and seek. Let's do hide and seek. Yeah.
Crap, what was that guy's name?
Hedwig. So,
Or you could be
glass.
Clary.
So let's talk about glass.
What is there to talk about? Glass?
Number one,
we got a plastic cup, even though it says glass on it.
we have a plastic cup that says glass.
No, never mind. It's in the dishwasher. I would go grab it.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well,
to
we
get
showed it in the first pit.
We showed it the first day. Now, number one, all that I thought might happen inside of the movie Glass didn't.
So if you thought like my dad, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Number two, movie was awesome. And number three, it definitely had a twist. So, JaqJaq, what's your impressions of Glass?
Really good, but as you said, I thought it was going in a whole different direction than it actually did.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is the spoiler-free version or not.
This is spoilered version.
Oh, so I can say whatever I want,
You
right?
can say whatever you
Well, I'm
want.
assuming we're gonna have a special part.
Cutting
for the
all your
twist
parts
split.
out anyway.
I also thought it was kind of
Excuse
cool
me.
is how when they thought they fixed Mr. Glass's mind, in reality though he tricked them.
Yeah.
And then you see him later with like all the portrait cards, and he's like crooked, and he's like, "Hey, your pictures are crooked," and then like slits the guy's throat. He's like, "Took me forever to get the right piece."
Yeah, really.
That was cool.
That was cool. Unfortunately, that was one of the good guards.
Yeah.
That was one of the nicer guards. You kind of wanted the other dick guard to get rid of. But
the one that almost dropped the flashlight and broke his leg.
and broke his legs and stuff. Yeah.
When he's already in a wheelchair.
Yep. I did like. Things that didn't go the way we expected. Casey is involved in the movie, but she does not have any kind of latent superhuman powers. Which
There's a whole third group of people.
There's another group of people, some sort of secret society. They never really gave them a name that I recall.
Yep. But they pretty much went out and killed.
Their job is to rid the world of superhuman people.
Because it happened, Mr. Glass was right.
Uh-huh.
From Unbreakable, if you remember that. His theory there where comic books are the real history, just more added to it, like fictional, like historical fiction. And they actually said in the movie, you were right, before he dies.
Yeah. There was actually a really touching scene with that as he's dying kind of in his mother's arms. He says, "I was not a mistake," which is interesting. So that didn't happen. There was definitely some very interesting stuff with the original cast coming back. The father-son getting to work together.
To find the Horde.
That would be David Dunn and his son
Tommy
working together to
or
try
is it
and...
Johnny?
I don't remember. I have to look it up now. To try and find out who they're trying to... Well, really what they're trying to do is save people. Ultimately, he's trying to find the Horde once he realizes that he's around.
I just like it funny as how like after they capture them both, he's like, "Who's the guy as strong as the Beast?"
Mm-hmm.
Because he was able to actually go one-on-one with the Beast and actually
David Dunn.
They were
went
pretty
one-on-one
much
with the
looked like
Beast.
they were the same strength.
Looked like they were kind of matched up 1-to-1. I don't know about the impenetrable, like tough skin type stuff. Oh, I guess so, because the Beast, they tried to stab him and slit, and that didn't happen either. So yeah.
But they never actually tried to kill. They didn't use a gun or anything on the guy from Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Which they called the what?
Oh, they're calling him now Overwatch, was it?
Yeah. And then anything else mentioned, it's better than Tippy Toe. And he's like, "Don't ever mention that again."
Yeah,
or something
really.
like that.
Tippy Toes or something like that.
Yeah.
So then, of course, they all wind up in the insane asylum.
Because they all think they're crazy.
Because the
Which is
authorities
funny,
think they're crazy.
because it's the girl that takes over is the girl that was sent there to get rid of them.
Right. She's part of the secret society that's out there trying to get rid of the supers.
They pretty much want to make sure that people don't actually know that comic books are real.
Actually, I think what she was trying to do, if I caught it correctly, was she was trying to convince the supers that it was all in their head and they didn't have superpower. And had she been able to achieve that, then the secret society wouldn't need to kill. They could actually use her policies to convince them that they're just crazy. They're not superheroes.
Which, if you're wondering, completely backfired.
It did backfire.
But it's not like they had like an epic showdown though.
No, they were talking about an epic showdown, and the showdown wasn't as epic as you thought it would be. But
because it was all to trick them.
There was all twists involved.
Are we going to get into the twists or not?
Let's get into the twists. Seeing this seems like an appropriate
Should
moment.
we go in timeline order or how they revealed them? Or
I don't know if I could do them in timeline order.
Okay, well, one that I thought was pretty cool was Kevin
Wendell Crumb.
Dad, which is that when his dad died is what started his personalities, was on the same train as our main character from Glass. That was the only survivor.
A main character from Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. That was
which was David Dunn.
Which was the sole survivor.
Yeah.
That same incident created two people.
In fact, they had a really cool shot that M. Night Shyamalan did where they show the father on the train and they're pulling back and you see that it's got his briefcase.
And then he comes
across the seat, and at some point they cut perfectly into this opening scene from Unbreakable where then they see David Dunn leaning up against a window, and it's the 19 years younger version of Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. Speaking on that, they used some deleted scenes from both Split and Unbreakable.
Did they use some from Split?
I thought I saw one for Split. Either way, they definitely did from Unbreakable that they put in some deleted scenes, which was pretty darn cool how they worked those in. I thought I saw one. Maybe I didn't.
No, because a lot of the ones were about the one guy and the one girl.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think there was any.
So maybe there wasn't from Split, but there was definitely.
But there were definitely some scenes from Split, which was also kind of cool. And I just get you funny as how. So instead of going to the first floor and walk out, they go to the basement, and they mention basement. They made a wrong choice by going through the basement. Find out later that he went through there to get access to the hundreds upon hundreds of security cameras added to watch.
There was like 123 security cameras on there to watch them.
And he was able to get the footage of the fight and email it to his mom, the girl, and the guy's son.
Casey and David Dunn's son.
And they were able to post the video everywhere.
Right. So there were two big twists in this movie. Number one, that Glass, or Elijah's character, which caused the train incident, actually caused both the Split character and the Unbreakable character to come forward. I mean, obviously, Unbreakable had he had already noticed in a car wreck that he was. But he started really coming forth when he was the only survivor.
Where Kevin, his personality started back after that incident.
Because when his dad died, his mom got more abusive, which caused his personality to form. And they actually showed
a scene where she took a fully still steaming ironer and looked like she was about to put it on his back or something.
Right. So that's where. Both of those incidences really kind of birthed those two different characters moving forward with their superpowers. Which then it's also
cool. Even though, it wasn't the fight that they were building up for, it was still cool to see the two actually go hand in hand twice.
Right. So that was the first twist. The second twist is that when you get to the end, and you find out that all of this was really planned out by Elijah's character in order to bring light to those with superpowers, so they don't have to hide in the shadows, and they don't have to be hunted and killed.
Because if you have 100 of them at once, it's harder to track them all down than if you just had 3.
Not to mention that they were trying to hide them and say that they aren't real. This gave them justification to know these superpowers really are coming. Superhuman people are coming. Evolution of mankind is coming. It's already here. So if you feel like you have something, you're not unusual. You're not crazy. You actually do have a superpower. So in that way, as James and even our friend Jimmy, who watched it with us, alluded to, not only was Elijah the bad guy, but he turns out to be the savior for all of the
he
super
did.
kind.
He killed people on the plane. He killed people in the fire. He killed people on the train. But in reality, at the very end, he was the one that did the most good because he showed people like them. You don't have to hide anymore.
Right. Which was really wild to have that twist in the movie. Again, M. Night Shyamalan masterfully put this together, which made it really enjoyable, especially seeing this spanned 19 actual years. 2001.
And in the movie, they even make note that it's been that long.
Yeah, 2001, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was 2001 was Unbreakable. Then 2016 was Split. And now you got 2019, you get Glass. So really, really well done. Obviously, I believe that when they did Unbreakable, they were like, yeah, great, we get to make a movie. And then when they went back to do Split, they're like, oh, we can do a lot with this like series. But really well kind of interwoven in together.
I would actually kind of like to see another movie in this series, seeing what happened after these effects.
Yeah, like the different superheroes that came forward.
Yeah, I'm like, they can't obviously use, because we've already, because they drowned the dad, which I feel bad for the kid because his mom died earlier.
Yeah,
and
from
now
cancer.
and then he had to watch them pretty much drown his dad.
I was a little surprised that they were going to kill. In fact, I got to admit that I was surprised that all three characters died. I kind of half thought Elijah would somehow skate his way out. I figured the Split character, the Horde, would die, but I thought he would die at the hands of David Dunn, which isn't what happened. And David Dunn's character
Which
went ahead
I felt
and died.
bad for when the Horde died because it was Kevin came out to the light for the first time in Cassie's Casey's hand.
Casey helped to bring Kevin out to the light.
The only person he really trusted, and in his final moments, it was just him with her as he died.
That was actually pretty sad.
It was, like both of those two's endings were sad. Like even Elijah, like all three of their endings were like kind of sad. It was like kind of sad to see them go.
Well, what made it not a sad movie was that all of their efforts weren't for nothing. I mean, I realized David Dunn and the Horde were fighting back and forth, but their efforts all wound up showing that these humans or these meta-humans exist and that they're okay to come forward.
Now it's time to build a school and call them the X-Men.
The X-Men. Charles Xavier School for the Gifted.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself on that one.
Mm-hmm. That's where Elsa should have gone. I've seen how it should have ended.
I just think it's funny how in that one they were like, Wolverine walks in and they all start singing, and then he just starts singing.
So
that was like how it should have ended. Those people are great.
But that was definitely a very interesting and enjoyable movie. Not at all what I guessed. I don't like to watch spoilers or anything like that, but I do like to sit around like this and talk about what I think might happen. And then even after a trailer comes out, what do I think that trailer meant, but not get spoilers.
I just got it funny too, because like when all three of them were in the insane asylum, the other three kind of main characters were looking at comic books and seeing, wait, Metropolis' face and looked very similar to New York.
Yep.
So they like even started like hinting kind of even through this movie that maybe they aren't just fiction.
Well, my dad, who was a huge comic book fan and a huge Batman fan, he always said that Gotham was modeled after New York, and Metropolis, which is where Superman is modeled actually after Chicago. Real life cities, which made it kind of cool and interesting. Anyway,
I like how they took that concept into the actual movie.
We're gonna wrap this portion up, and then we'll film an intro and an exit, talking about our final thoughts on all three movies together as a whole. But really, really well done, well worth the watch. But you have to watch Unbreakable and watch Split before you can watch Glass.
You won't understand, and you won't understand who Mr. Glass is.
You can kind of follow along what's happening, but it won't make near as much sense if you don't watch the other two movies. You're really going to need them.
Last thing, one thing before we move though, I did like though how they did show how Cassie's life changed from having her. They now have her in a foster home. So she's now no longer with her abusive uncle.
And she made a comment that she actually brought him to justice, turned him in.
Yeah, which I just... Because he hinted towards it in Split, but you never saw it in Split if it happened or not. So I kind of liked how that happened.
Yeah, I do too. I actually think you talked about it in another movie. It'd be kind of neat to see if David Dunn's son and Casey was actually going to get hooked up there. Seeing them and the mom were sitting together as the video went out and went viral.
Because they were trying to see if it would happen.
What would happen? Otherwise, from that, then what we're going to do here is we're going to cut this, and of course, it'll only be a couple seconds for you, our fans.
Probably 3 months for us.
And then we'll probably record it tomorrow and then try to put it together. And then boom, we have our video editing.
Really
we have our reviews of.
Not
Wait,
tonight.
no, not tonight. And there you have it. So that's Glass. Make sure you see it, and we'll be back.
Subscribe.
And we'll be back in a minute.
He's back.
And we still have the guy from off the street here.
But I didn't leave. Yeah. That's right. And I didn't leave because it was very dirty out there. Now, let's keep everything together. And then let's go have some fun.
How long were you waiting on that joke?
Oh, I had it planned since yesterday. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed our little reviews there. Obviously, we need you to do the very special thing of subscribing and liking.
Which we've
and
also
following.
mentioned probably 3 times besides this point.
At least, if you haven't clicked the button by now, honestly, something's wrong with them, right?
Yeah,
If they've hung on this video,
subscribed, like, hit that bell icon and all this other
and
stuff.
have been on this video, got all the way to this point.
Where we've mentioned this at least 3 times.
But the point is, if they hung around this long, they must really love us, and they're not subscribing. Something's wrong, man.
yeah,
I mean, just click the darn button.
you'll get more videos of us.
More videos of.
Because we all know you're here for me.
We all know that you're here for him. He brings in the money. He's got the pretty face.
And you do all the editing.
And I do all the editing, so we're gonna edit him out. it's just the me show. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the video. We obviously will be bringing more review videos and fun stuff. We got a Voltron Lego kit coming thing. We got to finish that one up.
We even posted the first part?
No, we haven't posted the first part yet.
By the time of this recording, it might be up when we get the video. Or this might come up first.
This one will probably come up first, then I'll probably
Just
finish the
'cause it's
Voltron.
easier to-
Well, because I got the timer running to make sure we can see how long it takes us to actually put Voltron together.
Which
Because
again, we need to do the other 3 lions.
It's like 2,300 pieces or something. It's huge.
We've
anyway.
only gotten 2 lions done.
2 out of 5. Anyway, well, lots of other videos coming. We have lots of videos already. We hope you enjoyed this one. And in the meantime, like, subscribe, and all the rest of that. And we will catch you later.
Bye.